is Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome in, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Set to go, Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
And one nice thing you can always say about Kirk Cousins is that he's consistent. Always puts up nice numbers each and every year. If there is a downside to his game, it's been the lack of playoff success. All in all, though, a formidable starting quarterback at a time in the league where it's tough to find your franchise guy.
They start the drive with Cook. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run it again with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They find some open field here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw, Wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Now Burrow on first down. With a catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown to this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He sets to fire deep. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Cousins again. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Trent Taylor. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's run through the next-gen stats for the Vikings in that first half. And there's not much to speak of in terms of passing efficiency. But in a tie game, they know a few tweaks could make a big difference going forward.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Scoreless first half. These teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. Here's Burrow. Complete to Boyd. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Burrow. Connecting with Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Burrow. Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now Burrow. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Buying time to his left. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. This from Tom Dempsey range here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Now Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So the Vikings going to get the first chance to possess the football as we are back underway here in overtime. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes this to Jefferson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Second and 2. Throwing, Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Minnesota.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked on all the way through? It's going to give you the play we saw to win the game. Because I know everyone's thinking that that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Throwing, Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. To throw, Burrow. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.